this time I want to recognize Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin.
Thank you, Senator Caldwell. What we need, and this is in reference to something Senator Caldwell said, what we need is a fair, level playing field. On a fair, level playing field, pharmacists, Arkansas pharmacists can compete. We don't have a fair, level playing field. We don't have a healthy market. We don't have healthy competition. And it is not just in this area. It is writ large in healthcare. If you doubt what I'm saying, look at the Kaiser Foundation, a lot of the other rankings. We have one of the worst ratings in the country for a market in healthcare. So it's not that the market is messed up, it's that we don't have a market. The type of stuff going on here, that doesn't happen in a market where there's competition and transparency and a lot of these principles that are absolutely critical to have a market properly function. What we have is dysfunction because of oversized players that are basically helping themselves at your expense. But let me talk about the practical consequences of this. I heard about this problem, I guess shortly after the beginning of the year. Had some friends who are pharmacists reach out to me. And then I met with Scott and some others to learn more about this. And then more constituents started reaching out to me. And let me tell you, yes, pharmacists were the first folks that I heard from. But it's not because they're the only folks. It's because they're on the front line. We know in the Army that the frontline troops get it first, but they're not the only troops. So yes, the pharmacists are the first to say, hey, what's going on here? But there are a lot of folks behind those pharmacists who buy prescription drugs, who rely on prescription drugs, me, that are being impacted or will be impacted. The consequence of this, if we do not fix it, it's not just the pharmacists. And that's a big deal. These small business folks around the state, their livelihood, that's a big deal. But much, much broader consequences. What are those? Well, access to health care, particularly in rural areas. In the rural areas, as you indicated, in a lot of these rural areas, your pharmacist is your health care provider. They're the ones that keep you going. You're going to have less access to health care. And price can go up, so you're going to pay more and have less access. That's exactly the wrong way for Arkansas when we already rank poorly in those areas anyway. So this is common sense. But this room, yes, there's a lot of pharmacists in here, a lot of folks that support pharmacists here, but that's not why this room is packed. This room is packed because this is an Arkansas issue. This is every household in Arkansas. And that's why this room is packed. And that's why this is such a big deal. And that's why we've got to pass Representative Gray's bill in the House and Senator Caldwell's bill in the Senate. Thank y'all.